All right, let's dive right into the fantastic game of Splendor. It's all about building your engine, getting rich, and grabbing that prestige. But you know, everything boils down to a single moment, your turn, and the choice you have to make.
So just imagine it. You're at the table, the gems are all laid out, they're sparkling, and everyone's looking at you. It's your move. What are you going to do?
You know, what makes Splendor so elegant is its focus. You're not juggling a million different things. Nope, you have just one single decision to make.
But don't let that fool you, because that one action, it's absolutely critical. Every single time it's your turn, the choice you make is either going to push your engine forward or, well, maybe set you back a little. It's the heart of your entire game.
So what are your choices? Well, the rules are super clear on this. You have to pick exactly one of 4 possible actions. Okay, let's break them all down so you're ready to crush your next game.
First things first, you gotta have some cash, right? You can't buy anything without resources. So the first 2 actions are all about collecting those gem tokens that are gonna fund your little commercial empire. And you've got 2 main ways to do this. You can either diversify and take 3 different gems, or you can go all in and grab 2 gems of the same color. Right away, this is a huge strategic choice. Do you want to be flexible, or are you racing to buy one specific card?
Okay, Action 1. This is probably the move you're going to make most often in the game. Taking 3 gem tokens, each one a different color. Think of it as your bread and butter move. It keeps your options open and gives you lots of flexibility.
So you could, grab a white, a blue, and a green. Now, a super important point. You can never take a gold token with this action. Gold is special. We'll get to that. Oh, and if the supply is getting thin and there aren't 3 different colors left, that's okay. You can just take 2 or even 1 if that's all that's there.
All right, your second choice for getting resources is to double down. You can take 2 gem tokens of the exact same color. Now, this is a really powerful move, especially when you've got your eye on a pricey card and you need to get those specific gems fast.
But, and this is a big but, there's a catch, a really important one. You can't just do this whenever you feel like it. So what's the one condition you have to meet to grab 2 of the same gem? It all comes down to this key rule, and it's pretty simple. First, you pick the color you want. Second, you look at the pile of those tokens. And third, you have to make sure there are at least 4 of them in that pile. So if there are only 3 red gems left, sorry, you can't take 2 of them. It's a clever little rule that keeps the game's economy in check.
And just to hammer this point home, it's the same deal as before. No gold. You cannot take gold tokens with this action either. Gold has to be earned in a different way.
Okay, let's talk strategy. Action number 3 isn't about getting gems right now. It's about thinking ahead, about securing a card for your future and getting a really powerful tool in the process.
This is the reserve action. What you do is you take any development card from the table, or if you're feeling lucky, right off the top of one of the decks, and you put it right into your hand. This is how you can snag a card you really want but can't afford yet, or maybe even more importantly, how you take a card that you know your opponent is eyeing.
The process couldn't be easier. Step 1, you just pick your card. Step 2, you add it to your private hand, keeping it safe. And step 3, you get a reward. You take one of those gold tokens from the supply. And here's a nice little tip. Even if the supply of gold is empty, you can still reserve the card. You just miss out on the token.
So what's so great about this gold token? Well, it's basically a wild card. It's a joker. It can be a diamond, a sapphire, a ruby, whatever color you need it to be when you go to buy a card later. It is the ultimate problem solver.
Now, of course, you can't just start hoarding all the best cards. There's a limit to how many you can keep in your secret stash. So, how many do you think you can have?
Yep, you got it. 3. The magic number is 3. And this limit is so important, it makes you really think about which cards are worth reserving.
And listen, the rules here are super strict. Once you reserve a card, it's stuck in your hand. You can't just discard it. The only way to get it out of your hand is to eventually buy it. And if your hand is full, if you already have 3 cards, you just can't take this action again until you make some room.
And that leads us perfectly into our final, and let's be honest, most satisfying action. This is what the whole game is about, spending those gems you've been collecting to actually build something and rack up those precious prestige points.
Action number 4 is simply to buy a development card. All that work, all that collecting and reserving, it all leads to this moment. You're turning those temporary tokens into permanent assets, cards that give you discounts for the rest of the game. And you've basically got two places you can shop from. You can either buy one of the cards that are face up on the table for everyone to see, or you can finally buy one of those cards that you've been protecting in your reserved hand.
You just look at the cost on the card, pay it by returning your gem tokens to the supply. And don't forget, this is where that amazing gold comes in. Use it to fill any gaps you have. Once you've paid, that card is yours. You place it right in front of you, and it starts working for you immediately.
So there you have it. 4 simple actions, but one big choice every turn. It sounds easy, but man, the strategic possibilities are just huge. Let's just do a super quick review.
Okay, so on your turn, you gotta do one of these. Number 1, take 3 different gems. Number 2, take 2 of the same gem, but only if there are at least 4 of them in the pile. Number 3, reserve 1 card and grab a gold token. Or number 4, buy a card. That's it.
So the next time you're sitting at the table and the turn comes to you, the choice is all yours. You know the moves, you can see the board. What's your play gonna be?